Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year.
Hardcore sophomore year.
It was sophomore year just because like we won gold and like we went to Disney and like that was fun and that was my favorite like song. Like we went like bum 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 ba da da bum 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 ba da da.
Favorite year.
Sophomore year.
Yeah,
I think sophomore year was
Disney.
definitely the best.
And there were good seniors that year.
Yeah, I think my favorite band years were definitely sophomore and senior year because those are the trip years.
My favorite year was sophomore year because Disney and gold.
I think my first year would be my favorite year of band. All throughout my whole entire life. You know, I never had the same experience as doing marching band, and you know, taking up an instrument, walking and playing at the same time, it's just like super awesome.
My favorite band year was this year. It has a lot to do with the fact that I was section leader.
Senior year as second chair in concert band.
When we went to Caldwell for pep band and it was like 20 degrees out and our trumpets were frozen and our valves kept getting stuck and we had to go to the bathroom and use the hand dryers and we never played a single stance tune.
When Sienna called the call for sugary treats and the whole pride started running toward the sugary treats and I trucked this girl, I won't say her name, and we both were like scraped up on the ground crying.
Definitely when I had a spin with the pool noodle. When I was at band camp and I thought my flute was broken, but really the entire cleaning rod was inside of it and they pulled it out and made a joke about it. It was really scarring.
Sophomore year at Montclair when Zach Rosso plowed over Miranda Chan with his bass drum.
I guess my favorite band memory was going down the water slide my sophomore year. It was at the water park at Disney. It was going down. It was pretty fire.
And you're like, oh, my chapstick! Oh no!
We were in wind ensemble and like we were playing one of the songs that I was in and I just like didn't even know we were playing it. So they were like mid-song and I wasn't playing my part the entire time, just sitting in the back like chilling on my phone. And he just stops the whole band and just looks and goes, "Noelle, aren't you in this song?" And all heads turn around and look at me.
I think my favorite moment might be the DC trip, but I think it's just because I remember it like more because it just happened recently. It was like our room, and then because we're in the same room, and then I'm taking a shower, and then I accidentally flood the entire bathroom floor.
Going to the band competitions, walking up to the stadium up there, you know, it's like a super long road, and it's at night. And like the freshman year, when the first time I did it, I was super cold, and like my nose was runny, my hands, I could hardly move them, and just the stress, the terror of playing.
5, 6, 7.
Freshman year in wind ensemble, Sav got mad at me from like January to March and he like didn't talk to me at all because he was mad that I didn't get into junior region or area band. So like every day when I walk in, he would just like look the other way.
When he scared the ever-loving bejesus out of me because he was there and my flute was down too far and he was up there conducting and I looked down and I looked back up and he wasn't, and then I just saw a blur and then there was Sab just on my flute jacking it up being like, "Keep it there," and I almost cried on the field.
When he's conducting, you know, he really gets into the music and like stands up, he's like you know, I really like how he like really likes the music.
Oh, there was one time, there was a year, the year we did Pennsylvania 6-5000 or whatever. I wasn't like saying Pennsylvania 6-5000 and he yelled at me, but it was because I was playing like music at that part. Like I couldn't say it to my trombone, and then
Something that we both agreed on as a favorite memory of like Sav is how creepy it was that even like as incoming freshmen, like he knew our name. Like I walked in, he said, "Hi Sam," he's never seen my face before and I'm not even like in the band, I'm color guard, and I was confused.
My favorite sad moment was when he called drumline 3 sneakers and a washing machine. Before meeting champs, he like wished me luck personally, which was pretty fire.
Aww. I'd go in the band room every single day and ask a different question every day, and he would just be like, "Oh, here comes Brianna with the question of the day."
It's when I would do something stupid. And then I would go up to Sam and I would apologize. And for all of you that have tried to apologize to Sam before, you know that look he gets.
Probably like the sab, like look, like the stare when you're doing something wrong and when he's like frustrated.
Something will be said and then it's not the most intelligent thing ever said in the world. And then Sab just makes that face and then Sab and I make eye contact and we were just like,
Help. Give me out.
yeah, let's get started.
I remember one time my freshman year, Eric and I were backwards marching, and we had a backwards march practically across like the entire field. And then Sab calls us out, and he's like, "You guys are doing great." And I'm like, "Wait, he mentioned me." And then I fell.
I'm just disappointed with the brass this year, especially movement 4. Okay, like it was just like a level and like I don't even understand because it's like, it's literally a curve. It's a curve. And literally it's like, okay, so you have to be like at a certain point from the hash and we're like, okay, no, we understand that. And then we're like going and we're stopping and then like the curve is literally like God knows where and they're like, what are you doing?
The clarinets aren't good enough to learn a new instrument, so they just keep playing the recorder.
They don't even have to hold their hands up the whole show.
Yeah, they think they have an advantage because, you know, they always pass out, so they think we're gonna go easy on them.
Guys, the saxophones, like they never even know what they're doing. And they're so weak, they can't even hold up their own instruments. They need a strap to help them hold it.
Oh my god, the
Yeah.
drum
Okay,
majors.
so I'll do that.
I think they're kind of a mess this year. Like, Dan looks like he wants to die all the time, and Nicole also looks like she doesn't know what she's doing.
Wait, we have 3 drum majors, right? Who's the third one? There's Dan, Nicole.
And then over comes Elisa and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you literally are like, horror, like, why are you not here? I'm like, I don't. So yeah, like everyone thinks that we like ruin rehearsals and everything and we're always off time, but like, we're perfect. Like,
dude, without us, band wouldn't even exist. Like, who do you think sets the time when Dr. Beat's not there, dude? Not everyone watches the drum majors.
We're better than
except for
everyone
me.
else.
Phony! Dude, literally,
We're
Stefan
perfect.
drumline takes way more skill than like blowing into some metal shape.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about, dude?
My dad has 4 years of footage of everyone in the band, so watch out.
Make sure to read your drill books because it's not our fault if you get hit with our flags. And this is the guard room, not the band.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Wow.
It's not the band hallway.
This is not a hallway!
We're drum majors.
Drumline? More like drum minors.
Drumline shows up in sweatpants to their last concert. Like,
Yeah, what is up with that?
so like just unprofessional.
It's like 90 degrees outside at band camp, and like I just see like Sienna just like laying down on the track for like 5 minutes. It's so funny.
Am I speaking in Braille? Because he told one section to play and they played, and then the other section just, he added them in and then no one played, and he was like, why did no one play? But like thought that like he was wrong, and then he said, am I speaking in Braille? And then we realized that we messed up hard.
Me and Sienna talked about video games a lot during our lessons, so I guess that was fun.
Called me out for sleeping in music theory a lot.
And there were like other times where it just like makes a derpy face, and then Sienna like in return also does.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. Fun.
So every time I see like me and Lauren just go like crazy in band, so we're always just like making faces at each other, and Sienna just always happens to like see. So now whenever I pass him in the hallway, I'll like make a funny face at him, and then he just like tries his best to like imitate me, and it's so funny. Like I'll go. And then he's just like, and it's just so funny seeing him recreate my faces.
I would always DJ the piano, and he would come in and he would be like, he wouldn't even say anything, he would just look, but he'd be bopping his head along to the music.
And we were like in the middle of playing Bean Boozled. We gave him one, and it was like the dog breath one, and he was just eating it and talking to us, and we could just smell the dog food coming.
My biggest memory of Sienna is just like him like dancing around the pit and just like having a grand old time.
Every week in jazz band, when we're just like jazzing, playing, and then Sienna's just like.
So I've been in concert band all 4 years, and he's made the same exact jokes all 4 years. So Yeah, I'm kind of done with those jokes.
Okay, so, oh shoot. I think it was like the last day of the DC trip where we went to the museum and like Sienna looked like a newsboy with his hat. I think it was really funny. It was really cute.
You're kidding! I just want my sugary treat!
Come
on!
It's a good
It's a good
Thank you, Sab and Sienna and the staff.
Thank you to Sab and Sienna.
Thank you to Sab, Sienna.
Sab and Sienna.
Teaching me how to read music. Even though I did band in middle school, that was nothing.
Band has been like a home to me.
They're great directors. They help make band fun. It sounds like I'm in a hostage situation, but I mean this legitimately.
I mean, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have made it through high school.
I just want to say thank you to Elisa and Devin for making the 4 years of color guard so memorable.
It was really cool getting the best of both worlds and being a cheerleader and being on the field. It was really cool, and I really appreciate that you guys let that be a thing.
I recommend doing all 4 years.
Yeah, it went by so fast.
Stick with it, guys. Stick with it. I swear it's worth it.
It's so much fun.
Freshman year may be rough, but it gets better.
So much better.
I hear it.
Thank you, Sab and Sienna, all of like the parents that have been with us the past 4 years. Just like thank you for everything you've done for us, like all the hard work you put into making our performances.
Thank you to Lisa and Devin for just being such great coaches and always having a laugh with us and like making it fun. Yeah, because with all like color guards, like mainly like 30 girls, so it's like a lot to deal with.
I really appreciate Sab and Sienna for taking their time to like take in these like students that, especially me, for who has no experience, and teaching me and like being patient with me and helping me along the way so I can have fun in marching band.
To Mr. Sabatino and Mr. Ciano, you guys are incredible band directors. I would not have become the alto saxophone player that I am today if it wasn't for you guys. And these past 4 years have just been like, wow. I mean, your directory, it's so impressive. Like, it's 140 kids that you guys marching and conducting around. That's just, I couldn't wrap that around my head when I came here.
Literally did your trial thing on a textbook. And then
That's true. But I've been winning some when you're not those.
Oh.
Wait, all 4 years. Hold on. Concert band, all 4 years?
Okay.
Wait, and your second chair.
I'm holding it
That's
down.
an L.
I'm holding it down.
Alright, bro.